I'm hoping this is the last video I do about my accident. You can watch the video about how I wrecked by going wide on a curve. You can see what happened to my gear. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the damage to the bike and the outcome from the wreck. So, kind of the finale of that little series. Alright, so as you know, I wrecked my V85 on a curve. I went wide and hit a guardrail. And I turned out to be pretty much fine, but the bike really wasn't. And so I'm gonna kind of go through what the damages were and how insurance and all that ended up, and let you know what's gonna happen next. So basically, the wreck totaled $7,300 in damage. And that's, obviously involving an insurance company. They're going to be trying to restore it back to like mint condition. And so I think if I had chosen not to involve the insurance company, there was a way to probably restore the bike to rideability that wouldn't have satisfied an adjuster or something, but would have been fine for me. But ultimately, my insurance company, and I won't name them, went through and calculated the total of the damages, and I can tell you what was damaged. But ultimately, and this is the weird part, they said that $7,300 in damage was close enough to the cost of totaling the bike that they just opted to do that. And so they paid me about $12,700 to just take the bike off my hands. I really don't know their plan. If they pay me, 13 grand and they gotta pay, even at just cost, another 5 grand to repair it. I don't know who they're gonna sell this thing to, but anyway, that's what they chose to do. So as far as damages, and I showed you some of this before, basically it hit the guardrail on one side and then fell onto its other side. And so it got pretty well banged up everywhere. The only things that would have had to have been absolutely replaced were the front axle, got kind of chipped and maybe bent. The front brake lever snapped off, and the rest of it was scrapes and aesthetic stuff. So really not that much damage. But yeah, so the estimate includes replacing both signals were broken. The windscreen was damaged, which I wouldn't have done because I have that touring windscreen still. The fuel tank covers, both sides were scraped and needed to be replaced. The heat shields, both left and right, need to be replaced. Both mirrors got, I don't know about that. Yeah, they wanted to replace both mirrors. Both handguards were scraped up, and I had scraped those ahead of time as well, so they were just trying to restore those to original. They wanted to replace the handlebar weight balance. Oh yeah, that got scraped up. And the throttle grip, which was, the heated grips, which I installed. So I don't know if they were gonna, replace it with a heated grip like I had. And then the engine guards, they did a good job. They got really scraped up. But the cylinder heads also took a little bit of damage, so both of those needed to be replaced. They're like 128 bucks each, so not a big deal, but who knows if once you got in there, you need to do something else. Head gasket, spark plug cover, the whole engine guard on the bottom they wanted to replace. The center stand, which I installed, the foot rests, both foot rests, left and right, and front and rear. And then my luggage all got banged up really good. And actually, I think that hard luggage protected my leg when I hit the guardrail on this left side. there was an airspace created by the engine up here and the luggage behind me that kept me from crushing my leg there. So great that it took the damage and not me, but that luggage kit is about $1,500 and they wanted to replace the whole thing. Brake lever, brake pedal, wheel assembly, whole wheel I guess they wanted to do, and then that front axle, the axle nut, the fork tube, and then oil and labor, all that stuff came out to $7,300. So so here's where we are. The bike is gone, and I've got the cash back. They made me whole, so I'm sure I'll pay for it in the long run as far as a higher insurance rate, but I am in the market for a ADV bike. I don't know if I'm going to go with the Guzzi again. It's an awesome bike, and it's over 500 pounds, and it's an 850, and as a newbie I should probably ease up on that. So if you guys have suggestions for a smaller ADV or dual sport type bike in the maybe under 400 cc range, I'd love to see them in the comments. I'm doing my research all over YouTube as well, but if you've got some suggestions for a bike that you like, I'd love to hear about it. Also, I just wanted to say thank you. You guys have been very, very supportive. It was I wasn't sure that I wanted to talk about it. It's embarrassing, especially since in biker culture, a lot of people pretend this has never happened to them, and there's just a lot of kind of shaming around getting into a wreck. And so, I'm still learning. I definitely got humbled by this experience, and I'm really grateful that when I shared it with y'all, you were very supportive, and I really appreciate that. So hopefully we can all keep growing together. I don't know. I may have to change the name of the channel or something like that. But for now, this is Guzzi Newbie. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back with you soon.